Need a haircut. Starting to look like Kaniki. Today I'm going to be continuing with the review of the polisher that I bought, the budget friendly one you may have seen in the last video. We're going to actually try and get some of these light scratches out with the Celica. As you can see, it's freshly washed, nice and clean, but there's a few little marks and scratches and mars in the paintwork I want to see if I can get out before the daylight fades. It's starting to get dark already, you can't really tell that on camera. So the paint is in pretty good condition really. I do try and look after it as best as I can. But you get the odd car parking scratch. I don't know if you can see that on camera there. There's a light scratch just through there. If you follow my finger, you probably even might be able to see it. I'll just do a close up. You can see it now. Yeah, you see it on there. Just a light scratch. It's not actually through the lacquer, it's not through to the actual base coat, so in theory it should buff out. If not, we should be able to improve it. You can hardly see it anyway. I just want to see if that polish has got the actual strength to get that out. So if you've not seen the previous video, this is the Guild dual action polisher, budget job, about £50. Seems to be quite good, but we're going to give a little bit more a test on this scratch on this car here. I'm using the 3M cutting pad. It's quite an old one, but it's nice and clean. I'll be using Paint Renovator from Autoglim. I was going to use the cutting paste that goes along with this pad, but I think it might be a little bit too coarse for this job, and I don't want to burn through the lacquer, so I'm going to go with something slightly finer in the polish, but slightly coarser in the pad. See how that goes. I'm going to be using a little bit of Auto Finesse Finale Quick Detailer just as a pad dresser, just to moisten the pad a little bit. And we'll whack a bit of this on. Not too much. It's quite a liquid cutting paste, this. It's not as thick as the 3M. I think we'll start it on probably about 3. Maybe a little bit faster. Using a little bit of pressure, not too much pressure, just to try and bite into the actual paint a little bit. I don't want to use too much. It does seem to be fetching out. I think I need to turn the speed up slightly because it's still just a little bit there. I'll do that, I think. A bit more polish. Just a couple of 5p pieces. It's quite thin, like I say, this polish. Then we'll turn it up. That was on 3. I think we've got about 3.5. Concentrate on that small area. So I did turn up to about 4 there, just give a bit more torque and a little bit more heat into the actual panel. That is almost out. It's taking it out both ends where it's fine, it's just the deep bit in the section, centre section just there. What I'm going to do next, I don't want to go again with that pad too much because I don't want to, like I said, I don't know how much lacquer's on this. It's probably not that much, and the lacquer will be quite hard because it's quite old. It's the original paint. I don't think it's the original paint on the other panel, the other quarter, but this one definitely is. Yeah, still there a little bit. So I'm going to go in with the yellow head next, I think, with the Maguire's Ultimate Polish, which you may have seen me use in the previous video. It's damn cold today. Right, centralise the pad. Polish. Too much. And again, we'll just concentrate on that area. There's a little scratch there, I might have a go at that as well. I think that ain't half bad. It's barely noticeable now, hardly there. So what I think I'm going to do next, I'm going to put a little tiny bit of dodo juice wax over the top. The one I like to use on this car is the Light Fantastic by Dodo Juice. It's got slight fillers in it as well. Again, this was just a sample. Let's use this cloth. I'm just going to do this small area as a test today, because like I say, I'm chasing daylight today. I'm glad when it's spring. Get some more time spent on car projects. So trying to keep warm. So a nice light coat on there. And again, already that's starting to fill that last bit of that scratch. That is barely noticeable, but if you're anything like me and you see a mark on your paintwork or a scratch on your paintwork, you do find it quite annoying. And you want to get it sorted as soon as you can. And this little polisher seems to be ideal for this sort of thing. It seems to be just, you know, the ideal sort of tool. I think for removing waxes and things as well, it's going to be an ideal little tool. Stop the back brake in our make out of things. Speed up the process as well. There we go. Okay, so I'll let that settle for a minute and then we'll take it off with the black polishing head. It's been a few minutes, so I'm going to take it off with the 3M Finesse It black polishing head. Centralised on the polisher. I'm going to turn the speed down, probably to about 3, so we're on 4. Hardly any pressure on this, removing the wax. Look at that. I think that's pretty much gone. So not too bad. Again, that machine is proving its worth. Feels nice and glossy as well. I've got to do the rest of the car, but I think I'll probably wait until the morning and do it when it's a little bit warmer because it's starting to freeze now. But yeah, I think you'll agree. That's quite a nice finish there. I've gone over this whole panel It's improved it no end. I've just got the rest of the car to do, probably in the morning now, because I am fighting daylight and it's starting to get really cold. But yeah, I think I'm really impressed with that. That machine is going to be quite helpful, I think. Improving waxing times and polishing times. It's not as aggressive as the rotary. So I think the next update will probably be on that polisher. I'm going to still try and get one of the sponge backing plates, or a better backing plate than that I've got on it. So I had to cut that one down if you saw in the last video. So I think that'll be another update on that. So I hope you found this video interesting. A little bit of information on update on that polisher. If you have, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.